Hello everyone and welcome back to another Trains to World 5 video. Today we are at Carnforth on Just Trains' West Coast Mainline Preston to Carlisle route. We are in the Greater Manchester Public Transport Executive, I think GMPTE stands for, the Class 142 Pacer off of Blackpool branches. I know there's a Class 101 included with this route, but honestly, I prefer the Pacer just because I think it's... While the Class 101 is excellent, it is an iteration of a dovetail... what is it? A dovetail 3D model, while the Pacer is a fully Just Trains in-house design. So yeah. We are at Carnforth and we are heading down to Preston and stopping at Lancaster along the way. But before we get started, I do have to set up Third Rails, which is the tracking program that I use. So let's see. It's 2 Papa 28 Lancaster to Preston. Train number 2 Papa 28. Origin is Carnforth, and I'm heading to Preston. Train operating company British Railways. So now it should be working, I hope. There we go. Let me see. What was I doing? Yes, I was getting started. So yeah, here we go. Here's the Pacer. Let's unlock the doors. Master key. Reverser. Brakes to step 1. Destination light on, headlights on. Announcements, when you press G, do actually work on this route. The announcements also work on Blackpool branches, and they also work on West Cornwall local, if I'm not mistaken. So let's set the destination blind for Preston. Blackpool South, Ormskirk, Preston. There we go. So I'll also have to do that in the rear cab as well, but not before getting the AWS online. So we do have a bit of time to get everything set up, which is quite nice. Let's get the destination light on. And let's get Preston. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so Carnforth is rather an interesting station because it's not served by one of the only stations on the West Coast Main Line on this route anyway that isn't served by high-speed trains. The high-speed platforms are actually removed back in the late 60s, so yeah, it's only served by local services heading from Lancaster to Barrow or Lancaster to Leeds. Oh, I spy a collectible, so let's quickly get up. Oh, let's turn the guard screen on, why don't we? I spy a collectible. I better do that quickly. There we go. Let's get the window open for maximum Pacer sounds. I did lock doors. Next stop, Lancaster in 5.8 miles.
The next station stop is Solwick.
Why are the announcements broken?
The next stop is Solwick.
The next stop is not Solwick. Oh well. Guess I just won't use the announcements. It's not the end of the world, but it's still it's still an immersion breaker. Preston to Carlisle is still by far my favorite route in the game. Like, the attention to detail is just, like, chef's kiss on everything that's included with this route, really. How's my frame rate doing? 30 FPS. That's fine. See if there's anything over here. Got some wagons parked over here. Let's see. And then we've also got a class 47 over here. A large logo 47. Number 451. Yeah, the engine the variant of the Pacer that we're in is the 85 to 91 version. So all AI Pacers that you see are using this engine variant. Alright, we are clear up to, well, as fast as we can go, really. Yeah, the Pacer, as is the case in real life, the Pacer is not exactly, is not exactly the most powerful machine at the end of the day. Into fourth gear, full speed ahead. Since it's summertime, I might as well have this fan on. Actually, no. It's a bit distracting, if I'm being honest. That's 50 miles an hour. I want to see what that class 87 is. See, it is 87021 Robert Bruce. Ooh. And it's the normal intercity livery with the red buffer beams that were added in an update a couple of weeks back. Nice. Passing by Polton Sands off to our left. No DSD in this thing, just AWS. $70 miles an hour, approaching the Pacer's top speed, which, according to this, is 75 miles an hour, but I have been able to push the Pacer slightly farther than that. It does let you, because the DMUs in this game are slower, they do allow you to appreciate the scenery more, which you can't do as well if you're, say, in the Class 87 during the passenger service. Let's shut the windows, it's getting a bit loud. Approaching Hest Bank at full speed. Hest Bank is the only station to WCML where you can actually see the sea, funnily enough. Absolutely booking it. Alright, we do have a yellow signal coming up, but the Pacer can slow down. So I'm guessing those signals are for coming into Lancaster. So what platform are we coming in at Lancaster? Ah, wrong button. Platform 4, so which one's that? Which one is platform 4? Oh, it's the made down platform. Okay. Also, you may have... Look at that. We finally have this back. When you pressed T before, you couldn't... It would just say on foot all the time. But thanks to the patch today, June 2nd, 2025, if you're watching this in the future, yeah, that is to be fixed. There's a branch line coming in from Morecambe. Let's get not sure what the brakes on. The classic pacer bounce is it in full swing. And it also seems side to side rocking is a bit of a thing as well. Oh my goodness.
The next station stop is Solway.
Announcements are still broken. Uh-oh. We've got a problem. Third Rails has stopped tracking for some reason, and I don't know why. Along with the Class 86, I hope a couple more things get added. The branches to Heysham from Morecambe and also the Windermere branch from Oxenholme. That'd be so cool, honestly. When we're at Lancaster, I'll try and fix third rails, but hopefully it'll just start doing it by itself. Let's go slowly. Oh, we've got a yellow. Full speed ahead. Yeah, the reason this thing takes so long to gear change is because later variants of this machine have diesel hydraulic transmission, while the older variants have diesel mechanical, so crossing the bridge into Lancaster. See you can actually spawn in at the bottom of those stairs in free roam if you want to do some trade spotting, like yours truly. Oh, there's a 101 parked over in the sidings over there. Ooh, there's another GMPTE pacer over there on the platform waiting to go to Morecambe, I'm guessing. Barrow. Okay, so he'll be doing the run that we just did. Arriving precisely on time. I need to brake that hard if I'm being honest. Alright, welcome to Lancaster, everybody. I'll now try and fix third rails. I hope. Third rails says I'm still broadcasting. What's going on here? I think it's frozen. Ugh. Right. Ask manager. Need to shut the program down because it's completely frozen and unusable. Third rails. End task. Okay, there we go. Seems to have fixed itself. Next stop, Preston in 21 miles. I think this is the longest section of track where you can absolutely just give the pacer like full beans and not have to worry about stopping at a station. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Slow down. It's a 10-mile-an-hour limit out of here. That was a close one.
We will shortly be arriving at Preston, where the train terminates.
Announcements have fixed themselves, thank goodness. And by the way, if you're wondering where you heard that voice before, that the man who does the announcements for the Pacer is Tom from the Train Sim TV YouTube channel. So, shout out to him, I suppose. I do find it slightly annoying that this route is that we have quite short runs with DMUs. Like, the vast majority of the runs are max 15 minutes long with the Pacer or the 101, which is exceptionally annoying. But there you go. If you want to do a long DMU run, you basically have to have Blackpool branches. Yeah, Pacer's struggling with the grade. Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed a Pacer would have trouble going up a hill? There's a train coming up. It is the Euston to Stranraer. Oh my goodness, I think I just butchered that pronunciation. Hang on, I just want to see which one this is. Okay, so it's the normal intercity livery. It is 87008 City of Liverpool. And it's a mail train. Nice. That's 60 miles an hour. $70 miles an hour. our acceleration seems to have leveled off at, our speed seems to have leveled off at 78 miles an hour. That's more than fast enough, though. Still absolutely booking it. 78 miles an hour must be absolutely terrifying in a real pacer.
Preston, where this train terminates.
Another Class 87, and since it's blue, it's literally guaranteed to have a nameplate. It is Kenilworth, 87032. Wonder where he's going. He is going to Nottingham to Glasgow and Glasgow Central and Edinburgh Waverley. Miles to run. We have covered approximately half of the distance to Preston. And since we're going 78, we should cover it relatively quickly within the next 10 minutes or so. If I can just keep the speed going. miles to run. We're losing speed, 77 miles an hour. Miles.
Shortly be arriving at Preston, where this train terminates.
Oh, I almost forgot. I need to get a screenshot of this thing before I forget. Let's line it up. There we go. Frame rate is actually doing really nicely. Oh! It's the Class 20 rail tour! Nice! Oh my goodness, that smoke was lagging me out. So we've got... So yeah, this is off of the Tees Valley line. This is... I think this is the... So basically, I've done two parts of this rail tour. The first part goes from Preston to Morecambe. Second part goes from Morecambe to Carnforth. Then it goes on from AI from Carnforth to Carlisle, and then it does done on the WCML in the evening from Carlisle to Preston. So yeah, I've actually done this service in a different video. Make sure you check that out. Nice. You don't see Class 20s too often on doing passenger runs on JT's routes, because by the time Blackpool branches in Preston to Carlisle are set, the 20s had only recently been retired from passenger service. You can only really use the Class 20 on TVL if you don't want to do like a special rail tour. If you want to use it on like normal services, you can only really use it on Tees Valley. 3.6 miles to run. Speed limit's going to start coming down in a bit, but that won't affect me because I'm slower. I don't know why third rails failed on me. Very odd indeed. There's an 80 limit coming up, but that won't affect me because I'm going 78. Let's have a look at the bounce. Oh yeah, there's some bounce. Look at that. The Pacer was actually the first train in TSW ever to have dynamic suspension. Just trains beat Dovetail to the punch for dynamic suspension, which is hilarious when you think about it. But then it wouldn't be a Pacer without dynamics, without suspension like this. Alright, it looks as though we do have a 25 limit coming in a bit, and we do have a red signal before Preston, which is annoying, but is there going to be someone in our platform? Is that why? No. Wrong button. 100 miles in the Pacer. That's what I'm talking about. Let's cut the throttle.
The next station stop is Preston, where this train terminates.
1.4 miles to run. We are exceptionally early. 6.5 minutes to be exact. .9 miles. There's St. Walburg's Church. Alright.
We will shortly be arriving at Preston, where this train terminates.
The Pacer does have exceptionally strong brakes, which is helpful. Otherwise, yeah. Yeah, there's... Oh! Signal change. Wonder what trains are parked over there. No. None. Oh well. 35 limit coming into force. Alright, I'll shut down the power. Oh, I hear a class 40 rumbling away somewhere off to our left. Yeah. 2 40s and 3 47s. Layering on this route is so nice. Like, it really does add a lot to the rail to scene variation. 300 yards to go. 4.5 minutes early. Welcome to Preston, everybody. After an uneventful trip. What did I just do? Oh. Yeah. Welcome to Preston. Oh, there's some HEAs. A couple of tankers with a 47. Yeah. Shut the doors. Oh, I... Hello? Hang on. Maybe if I do it via this system? Oh, does it appear that the game is recognizing that I've completed this run? Oh, it's a 101 heading to Manchester, so I'm guessing he's from Blackpool. Ah. Ah! Why does the camera glitch? Ah, that's annoying. Maybe if I manually open the door via the guard system. Alright. This appears to have worked. Anyway, I guess I'll just end the video there. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss another video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, and thank you so much for watching.